All right, everybody, welcome to SR Broadcasting. We're here with Diehard Racing League's American Hero Hunt Xfinity Series, and we are live at Talladega. Are you ready for some Talladega racing tonight? I'm here with Steve and Wingnut. What's up, dudes?
What's going on?
G'day, mate.
Not much, man. Cold and rainy here. Cold and rainy. I'd rather have some snow, but we're just getting the cold rain. But looks like it's nice and sunny right here. 78 degrees, 93 on the track. We're watching qualify underway right now.
Yeah, for the weather, they couldn't have picked a more default weather from the dynamic weather system.
I'm telling you, bro.
Like, it couldn't be any more just perfectly default. It's great. I love it.
And I'm looking at the server time right now. We're sitting at 4:44, so there's no lights on this track. So if it starts to get dark, it's gonna get dark.
Ooh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
I had made the mistake of trying to load up Martinsville with this car at night time. I realized, wow, I actually can't see anything.
Yeah, just imagine that sitting in a pack now.
I can hear the noise. I can feel the exhaust. I don't know where the car is.
That's like what race was it with NASCAR? They were running. Maybe it was Daytona. Something when the power went out, lights went out for a little bit.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think it was Daytona. They lost the lights on the back stretch, and I want to say, was it Gordon that was involved in that one?
Yeah. Because I remember watching it, and I remember thinking, wow, that must be pretty freaky, going that fast in a crowd, and then all of a sudden, boom, cover your eyes, you know.
Oh yeah. The worst part is, of course, is you're sitting there, essentially bright as light, daylight, and the transition, your eyes can't react fast enough, so you're pretty much blind. The only way you know where you are is by bumping the car in front of you, next to you.
We're seeing some changes up here in the top. Robert Barris up in the top. Thomas McBride second.
Oh yeah, I saw Barris and Seth Schultz doing some tandem driving during the practice, so we're going to see if they do that again together.
Yeah,
There's been a few guys that are obviously working together.
Watching Schultz right now going around to take his time. How many laps you said there's tonight, guys?
So it'll be 75 laps.
75
So 2-hour
laps.
race.
No stages, straight through racing, and starts on the green. So it's going to be pretty good, man. Last season we seen him run at Talladega. I think it was low caution. It was good racing, too. So hopefully we can back that up again tonight.
Oh yeah, these guys are really damn good at it. And from what I've seen during practice, if they're anything like practice, then this is going to be a really good race.
Is Art Peck doing his usual backwards or no?
Oh yeah, I've been watching that. He just flipped it around. He's sitting at the start finish right now.
Yeah, there he is. He's funny, man.
Oh, I gotta love the guy. Like, this is all for serious stuff, and everyone's doing it properly, but it's good to have a slight joke who doesn't ruin the races. It's awesome to see. Lightens the mood.
Waiting to
But
see.
yeah, there's been a few guys that's all working together for sure. Definitely got Patrick Gastoni and Camara driving together, as far as I've seen at least. Barris and Schultz. I'm willing to bet both the Joshes will work together just to spite me.
Yeah, because they know you'll be watching, dude. They'll be like, yeah, let's mess him up. Any other Joshua's out there, get together.
Pretty much. Well, there's two Adams, I'm sure they'll work together too, just to make it even worse.
That's when I just go to car numbers, man. It's just easier.
Oh, there's two Davids. We can do that as well. Oh man, look at this. We can have a lot of really confusing, annoying people right now.
Seth Schultz with a 12. Ooh. Frederick Hofstetter out there.
Wow, Seth Schultz was really off pace. So it might be just his first lap. Maybe he's going for a bigger one, because that is, wow.
That's a little bit off from what he was running in practice.
Maybe he may have sacrificed his first lap for a second, so we have to wait and see.
Well, guys, it doesn't look like Art Peck's gonna get a time in tonight. He crossed the start-finish line. No time went in.
Usually
Probably
he has
counts.
like a 7-minute qualified time.
Yeah, I don't think he can get around Talladega in reverse. I don't think he can make it in 10 minutes. I get the feeling it's not quite possible.
We're watching the 12 of Frederick Hofstetter right now. He is shown in 13th. I'm waiting to see if anybody else is coming out. Looks like Douglas Hess is out. I don't know what he's doing. If he's, yeah, I think he might be coming out on track. And then we got Art Peck minus 4. Oh, he was doing minus 15. I didn't realize it goes in minus the speed.
Yes, it's because it's in reverse. But yeah, there is 27 drivers on this field. There's one extra, but you can ignore that one.
Yeah.
That one doesn't exist. That's a lie.
Yeah. Wingnut was out there running some laps, so he'll be
fine.
scored for last place tonight.
Woohoo! Mate, moving forward in the league, baby. As planned, my secret plan is continuing.
You gotta love it, right? So far, it looks like Robert Barrett's hanging on to the top here. We're going to try and get the time in with Douglas Hess. Then we're going to go to our anthem, and we'll come back with the grid and get these guys fired up here tonight. Should be a really good race. I know with the Xfinity cars, the outside line definitely has a fighting chance if they get a bunch of guys up there. It's not like it was prior builds where the outside line just fell. So,
yeah, I ran a little practice with these guys, and in the pack, it seemed like that top line was almost the place to be at times.
Oh yeah, from what I've seen when I was driving with them, you can essentially go 3 wide, and all 3 lanes has the ability to make speed and try and get past. I think the high line's probably the best, because I've seen people get to the high line, then dive all the way to the bottom, right when they get past everybody, just leave the high line in the dust.
All right, guys, we're gonna kick it over, run our anthem real quick, and we'll be right back, everybody.
We are in the land of the free because of the brave. And so we ask by your grace that you would bring them home soon and safe. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
All right, we are back. Qualifying is set. We are going to come up here with the grid, and we'll run through. It looks like Robert Barris does hang on to that top spot, so let's get the line up here. Robert Barris going to roll off first. Thomas McBride going to run second. Third will be Rodney Kramer. Brad Spidle is going to kick off fourth. Fifth is going to be Douglas Hess. He just got that time up there while the anthem was running. Adam Nowinski is going to roll off sixth. Seventh is Adam Matz. Seth Schultz going to roll off eighth. Ninth is Bruce Pearson. 10th is Cody Franklin.
Then we got Joshua Jones in 11th, right next door to Frederick Hofstetter in 12th. We have Joshua Stewart in 13th with Kenneth Saget. Then we have 15th, Nevin Iwatsuru and Mike Major in 16th. Jason Mullis in 17th with Art Peck in 18th. Aaron Corey 19th, Cale Thompson 20th. And then the final group is Jay Felton 21st, Patrick DeSonia 22nd, David Camara 23rd, David Moore 24th, sorry, Ron Hollifield 25th, and Kurt Saget 20. Hold on, wait, what? No, it's a different guy.
Yeah,
sorry,
26.
No,
Yeah.
I saw 2 Sagets. Wait a minute. Is that the same guy? It's not. It's a different one. Remember what? Like, you may see a different car on the list. It will hopefully vanish and never appear again.
I know you run across some of the same names, and you're like, "Oh, did I say that? Is it an error?" You get all worried.
I thought it maybe had like another account or something. I was just like, I got really confused really quick.
All right, this is the American Hero Hunt Talladega Super Speedway. Check out American Hero Hunt on Facebook. We have a commercial that we are going to run a little bit later on during the program, and give you a little bit of information about American Hero Hunt. Something you guys should get involved with. Take a look at, see if it's something that you maybe want to help support. what they do here is they take 2 veterans and take them hunting, and they go whitetail and waterfowl, and they do it for veterans. It's pretty cool. I was checking out some of the pictures that are up there, and we'll be running that a little bit later on. But check them out on Facebook, American Hero Hunt, and support it. You know, if you want to support our vets, get involved and check it out. It's really good. Take a quick look, see if the temperatures change. We got 77 degrees and 90 degrees on the track. And what time you say is the start time here, Steve?
Start time is 5 p.m. So we might see the sun start to set, but I don't think we'll see it go down.
Here's a random question for you guys. The big one. What lap are you guys going to guess the big one's going to hit?
64.
I'm going to say earlier than that. I'm going to say 35.
Ooh.
Just about the time we're going to start seeing pit stops.
I'm going to go a little earlier than that. I think maybe about 25.
Ooh, I hope not.
Yeah, you and me both, but you know, I like to hedge my bets. These are some really good drivers, but no, silly stuff can happen. And
for those that
they're all competitive, so they're all fast, so they're going to be fighting at the start, all the way to the finish.
For those at home playing the SR Bingo, you do have one food car on the field.
I also noticed we have a police car, so you better not been drinking and driving. Oh, you will be pulled over, and you will be breathed.
All right, pace car lights are out. We're getting ready to get this thing rolling here. Robert Barris going to take them to the green flag here tonight. A lot of cars out here on the track. Should be a pretty good race. Pace cars in, waiting on that green flag. Get these guys kicked off here. Robert Barris on the outside.
And it's green there. It looks like both Thomas McBride and Robert Barris get pretty good starts. Looks like Brad Sparrow's right in the rear of Barris, and he's going to try and get back up there. A few cars had a bit of a slower start, but it looks like no one's really dropping back rapidly. And wow, look at that inside line already. So we got Rodney Kramer.
I was questioning that outside start. I don't know if I would have done that, but it's early, you know what I mean? I just like to see this outside line.
It looks like Barris is going to shunt. Barris got a big shunt. It looks like Adam Nowinski in the 28, so he's going to get right back up to the front already. Behind him is Seth Schultz. It looks like Barris might try to reconnect with Seth Schultz.
Yeah, they were running a bunch of laps during practice and doing pretty good, so we'll see what happens now. But right now, McBride's got the advantage on the inside line.
Yep, it looks like that 6 car is a little wiggly, so this could cause an incident between them. That being said, you got Barris right on the outside, and you got the 83 on the inside of Thomas McBride. Meanwhile, further back, looks like a lot of it's sort of single filed out, but there's a lot of side by side still. As you got Joshua Jones, it looks like the 13 of Cody Franklin. They're running on the outside line, trying to get some pace. Might try and grab the draft of this leading pack. It looks like Robert Barris and Adam Nowinski have managed to pretty much clear the 83 of Thomas McBride.
We'll see if they can get down in front together. I know they don't really want to hang each other out, but you know, when you're out on the track, man, it's a whole different story.
And Thomas is going to get a good run on the inside line, but looks like Barris is going to start taking off like a rocket ship again with Nowinski on his rear. Looks like a good portion of the field is single file behind this big group. In fact, look, we always have a secondary pack almost forming.
Yeah, it looks like that outside line's doing pretty good so far. Seeing some cars getting ready to jump back up there a little bit further back.
I'm willing to bet at some point later in the race we're going to see a possible 3 wide. Because there's 3 lanes there that can all work. It's going to be ballsy to be the guy in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy, but I know some of these guys are going to do it. This is the inside line. Just like took for like a rocket ship around that corner. Obviously, the inside line gains on the corners, but that's a lot more than I expected.
And look, here we go on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like Kramer could not get a solid hit for McBride. That left Barris and Nowinski just flying past again. No, actually clear him so much that Schultz might be able to get past as well. So that midline is definitely doing a lot better at the moment.
And if you look, you go back just a little bit, I believe, who's that? Frederick Hofstetter, just barely hanging on to that pack. That second pack is slowly closing in.
Yeah, it takes a little while. Everyone starts forming up again and start bringing it back up to this pack.
Yeah, they need to just kind of get up on each other and pull it back in. So far, though, up front, man, they really can't do much on an outside line. They get a good run. I mean, he can jump down and get in front and leave those guys out, but I think they're trying to work together, and they just haven't been able to clear that third car on the outside line.
Yeah. It might also be that as soon as he jumps down, Nowinski's going to be the guy ahead with Schultz behind him. He's going to get pushed in front, so if he stays where he is, he's going to be in the best position possible for himself. The moment he jumps to the inside line, he's going to get past.
I'm back here watching the 76 of Joshua Jones and this kind of the second pack back here. I'm not sure what's going on with the 76 team right now, but he's having a tough time sucking up to the back of another car. We saw a couple cars actually get around him and just take off from him, so we'll have to keep an eye on him to see if he's able to actually hook into the draft.
That is the 76 of Joshua Jones, and he's one of the really fast guys, so it's kind of surprising to see him falling back here.
Unless he's thinking, riding the back for a little bit and see what's going to happen here. Maybe do something a little bit later on in the race.
Now, he doesn't always have to fight. He does play pretty smart at times, and he's not actually falling too far back. In fact, he's pretty much right at the back of the pack and just holding on. So this could be a long-term plan for him, just to sit back and wait. So far, this pack's holding up pretty well. No one's making any aggressive moves. But of course, this is lap 6.
I was going to say, wait, you just said something. They're going to be getting aggressive now.
We do have one car that's having some issues staying on the track, but looks like it is cleared up. It looks like the 59.
Connection issues, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he was blinking it out there for a second.
Yeah, I saw that.
Adam Matz having that issue. And, that's the tough thing. When you start blinking in and out at a super speedway, it messes with the draft pretty bad.
Oh yeah, the moment you blink out for a moment there, you essentially just drop draft for a second. And in the race like this, it's such a sudden drop. It's so crazy.
And if you're the guy that's behind the person blinking, it's really hard because when they disappear, you're not really sure where they're going to come back in, and you let off the throttle, man, and it just kills you. If you stay in it, they could end up coming back right into your car.
And when it happens and they blink and go away, even if you wanted to keep going, you're not going to be there. They're not going to be there anymore to give you a draft, so you're just going to lose out. Either way, it's a lose-lose for the car behind, so you never want to be that guy.
Look at Rodney Kramer down there.
Yeah, he's going to try and start taking the outside line.
Oh,
looks like
3 wide.
Barris wants no part of it. Barris wants no part of this. He doesn't want to be behind Kramer at all. He just leaves Kramer alone. But it looks like Seth Schultz is going to pick up Kramer.
Yeah, we're going to be 3 wide for 2 rows here, man.
But now Barris has got in front of Kramer. Now he's now left Nowinski out. Nowinski's been left on his own, all solo. Perhaps the 90 of Douglas Hess will give it a try, but I don't think he's going to bother either. They're going to leave Nowinski out. Nowinski has been left alone.
Wow, almost
like,
a
Barris
little.
is not interested in the inside line. Barris wants to stay in the middle. This is the line he's chosen. He has all lane choices here. But now he's got him and Seth Schultz together, so he's got these teammates pretty much together.
Look at that, 3 wide, almost 4 deep.
And Brad Speidel now is going to be the secondary car on the inside line. It's good to see Speidel up in the front here. This is where he's meant to be. See if he can be a bit of a better pusher for McBride, as Kramer had some good pushes, but just was not consistent enough for McBride, I think.
We saw almost a little bit of contact, too, between Kramer and Schultz. I don't know if he thought he was clear. He went to go down in front of him and didn't work out.
Almost a moment between Douglas Hess and the 28 and Nowinski there. Hess almost going right into him, door banging him. And now Seth Schultz is the guy on the inside line left all alone. It looks like McBride and Speidel just dropped back. They went from first place to 10th and still dropping. They're pretty much a little 4-car fight for the lead at the moment as this pack is starting to separate. Barris still on the lead, Kramer on the outside. And Douglas Hess was pushing Barris, and we've got Adam Nowinski pushing Kramer. Looks like Frederick Hofstad actually, I think he's moved forward pretty far. Yeah, he was in 12th, he's already in 9th, and he's right behind the leaders. They get given a few more positions over the line here. Yep, now in 5th.
Yeah, up in 5th.
Good moving for him. Same for Josh Stewart, he's moved forward 6 positions.
And look up in the front, the 6 of Rodney Kramer. He had a chance to jump down in front of the 75 of Barris, and he stays up there with Nowinski.
He might start slowing down, but I think he's thinking that the outside line is better, because like it was for Barris. We're noticing that outside line is definitely powerful at the moment. Seems to be just a little bit stronger.
I keep seeing somebody blinking out here. I got to pay attention to who it is.
That is the, I believe it's the 94 of Kenneth Saggart, who he got a little bit of a warning over the radio a second ago about blinking, but seems like he has kind of tried to get out of everybody's way for the moment.
Oof. We almost had a moment with Joshua Stewart and Frederick Hofstad. Hofstad was sitting a bit wider than Stewart would have liked and almost turned him. Oh, and Hofstad had to let off the accelerator there. Nowinski getting in his way.
Wow.
A little bit of checkup starting there. Looks like most of the field absorbed it pretty easy, but that there is what can cause the big one. Bit of checkup in the lead means a big checkup at the back. Now looks like Barris decided to take the outside line. He's now gone up to the outside lane and left the 90 on the inside. The 90 will come alongside on this corner, but on the straight, it looks like Barris is going to get another shunt again. He does. I think Barris is just more comfortable in that mid to high line.
Barris at the line. And they are packed in tight.
But yeah, it looks like you've got about a 12-car, 13-car pack right there.
Let's jump up on the roof here with a couple of drivers.
And there is a slowly forming pack behind them with, I think that's Holyfield in the lead of them. Slowly coming together. We'll have to wait a few more laps to see if it actually does develop. But at the moment, you've got Joshua Jones back on the outside of the 11, which is Jay Felton. We'll see if that becomes a real pack, or if it's just going to be people staying in line trying to get back up front. And we're going 3 wide up in the lead. Barris is sticking to his midline, and everyone else has just left him behind. Looks like he's going to get collected by the 22 of, I think that's Joshua Stewart. See if they can make up the losses there. Look at that, look at that, look at that middle line just starting to creep back forward again. We're going to see 3 wide most of the race, I think. And the 12 of Hofstad are not quite sure where he wants to be. He's going to make a decision, he's decided the inside line.
Yeah, look at you.
It's still almost turned Barris there. He got real close and was getting a bit squiggly. That's all it takes to kill a car in this. The line is very thin between bump drafting and spinning.
Right now you have who is that up on the outside line? That's the 6 of Kramer and 28 of Nowinski, and somebody else just joined him now.
That would be the 13 of Cody Franklin.
Cody Franklin, yeah.
An interesting pack up here. There's actually a few rookies here, a few of the less slower guys on the short tracks, but good thing about these long plate tracks is that anyone can win it. Ain't the same race up here. And you see the outside line actually starting to do pretty well again with Nowinski pushing Kramer.
I can't believe there's still 3 wide up there, man.
Yeah, and the good thing is you can see the strength of every single line. The inside line wins the corners. And it looks like the 90s decided he doesn't want to be on the inside. And then Barris says he wants to go all the way to the outside. He does not want to be behind the 90. That leaves Seth Schultz on the inside. The 90 of, damn it, what's the number? There it is. Douglas Hess on the middle. Trying to figure out who it was. Because it keeps changing, he's making it confusing. And Barris has got back in front of him. Barris does not want him in front of him. He takes his middle line back, puts Hess behind. Now Seth Schultz on the inside, Barris on the middle, and Kramer on the outside. Keep juggling those clubs, guys.
Yeah, these guys are really shuffling around up front, man. 3 wide.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You've got
almost 4 deep.
Yeah, and it's like these first 6 cars are just so perfectly together. Like the pusher and the front cars just so perfectly next to each other. Looks like the outside line just really loses out. They've dropped back hard.
See if Seth Schultz can beat Robert Barris to the line and get scored the lead. It looks like he will. So Seth Schultz going to get scored for leading a lap there.
Kramer's still trying the outside line. Not sure if that's on purpose or just because he can't get low enough. Either way, he's still on that outside line. He's committed.
And it looks like they're getting a pretty decent run right now. Oh, here goes the 90. Doug Hess going to jump up there with him.
He's going to try the outside line as well. He's going to give Kramer one hell of a boost. As you can see, he's already rolling up.
And look at the 83, man. He was pushing the back of Seth Schultz's car. Looked like he was lifting it off the ground.
And I can tell from some experience in practice, Thomas McBride's a good pusher. He knows what he's doing with that. Hopefully he can keep giving Schultz enough of a push to keep him up in the lead. I think Barris is going to get the lead on this lap.
And look at the 13, Cody Franklin getting a good run on the outside.
Yep, and behind him at number 12 Frederick Hofstetter. I don't think Hofstetter's quite sure which lane he wants to be in. I know that indecision. I don't know where to be either.
Looked like he was up there trying to help him out, but didn't want to get shuffled back, took the hole while it was there.
And sometimes make a choice. Are you happy where you are, or do you want to try and make a move for further? It's a chance of losing it. And so far, this has kind of been ridiculous. It's just like no incidents, no crashes, people giving each other a nice amount of room. But there's still been so much shuffling going on. I should also mention that that pack that was behind with Joshua Jones and other people have actually caught up, I believe. Jones is up here. Nevin's up here. I think Nevin was already here. Just seems like Felton and Mike Majors are just outside of draft. They're almost there. If they can get up, they're going to be in this pack as well. So then bring in Art Peck, Caleb Thompson, David Meyer. They're going to bring everyone in if they can get a little bit closer.
See the 35 of Jason Mullis right there. He's on the inside line leading, well, kind of leading that second pack. And that's 15th.
Yeah, good thing is
back in 16th.
Good thing is Jason Mullis is hopefully the pick that's going to get these guys back up to the front, because if he was further back, they wouldn't have any draft from that front pack at all. It's just close enough, I think.
Let's see what's going on up here in the front. We still have Seth Schultz and Robert Barris side by side. Look like Seth Schultz going to try to beat him to the line. Real close.
He does.
Yeah, just barely makes it to the line.
Going to be back and forth all night long. Josh Stewart's doing some amazing work with pushing Barris. He's getting real close all the time. He's giving him small nudges here and there. It's just so clean. Meanwhile, 83 of Thomas McBride is pretty much doing the exact same thing, just as well on the inside. So it's two good drivers being pushed by two good drivers. I mean, what more can we want from this? And I think, yes indeed, that rear pack has caught up. As Mullis has now been absorbed into this pack, and it looks like Felton's going to be there as well, and Mike Major and Art Peck might get dragged in as well, so this pack has now gotten even larger. It's all the way back to, almost all the way back to 17th now.
Wow.
And the more these guys get up there, the more it's going to be added. I think if they can continue like they are, we're going to have a 20-car pack, maybe even more, as there's even more of the pack slowly coming forward.
Looks like,
You know what?
looks like the way it is. It'd be green flag pit stops today.
Oh, God. And you don't want to be the guy on the outside line attempting to try and get in the pits with your teammate, too. We're already at lap 20 right now. 20 out of 75.
And what'd you say, Steve, in the 30s about for pit stops?
Yeah, I might be a little off on that, but yeah, about 30 laps. 30 to 40. Something like that.
Yeah. Question is, do you want to pit early or late? Personally, I'd try and go for late, try and stick in this big pack as long as I can. Because I think these big packs go a lot faster than any duo combo can go.
Yeah, and you don't want to be in the pits when the caution comes out. I've got burned so many times that way.
Yeah, it is getting darker already. You can see the sun just drop there. I don't know if you just saw that yourself, but that just suddenly got real dark real quick.
A lot more shadow on the track, man.
Oh yeah, it's going to get darker and darker. I think by the end of this race, it's going to be pretty much past dusk, I think.
Let's jump in with Schultz real quick. We'll take a lap around and see if it's anything in the driver's eyes here. Yeah, you can definitely see that it dropped down quite a bit. Everybody's windshields are covered in rubber, man.
Interestingly, except for Robert Barris. His is pretty good. His plan of staying in front has solved that issue.
He's clean. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the sun in 4, but then it gets cooled off, man.
We have a lap car ahead of the pack now, Kurt Sager. This may cause a slight issue as we are currently still 3 wide. So this may be interesting. Hopefully the 12 Frederick Hofstadter realizes this is going to try and get back in there, otherwise he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah,
he's going to get pushed back.
That'll stop him if the lap car stays high.
I think Kurt's he's getting off the track entirely. Smart lad. You see that train go past.
Yeah, there's no way you can jump on that alone.
Oh yeah. Interestingly, Camara and Desaulnier were pretty far back last I checked, but they're actually catching up pretty well. I think they've been working together. These two drivers I know are working together. They're doing a really good job about it. And behind and ahead of them, looks like everyone else is pretty much caught up to the pack now. Except for a small group. Looks like Kramer is actually the first in this new group, which is separated still. Yeah, looks like Mike Major and Kramer, as well as Art Peck. They need to get a little bit faster to get back in that draft because they're about to lose it, I think.
Yeah, Kramer was way up there in that front pack.
He was in the leader, but he was the guy that was sitting in the outside line. I think he kind of overcommitted to that. And he's just dropping down like a stone. Just this is what happens when you're all alone. Look at that.
I wonder if he's dropping back to pick up somebody, you know what I mean, and hopefully make green flag pit stops and get with a partner here, or is he having issues?
Very much unsure, but looks like the outside line is forming again. Joshua Jones on the outside with a 13. That 13 of Cody Franklin. They're going to try and make the outside line work again.
Yeah, guys, when the 6 of Rodney Kramer was up on that high line, they got shuffled back. The 28 actually went to the middle and kind of left him out there. So he was struggling for a while to even hold on to the draft, and as you can tell, he has since fallen way off.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be his race done for a while, unless he can pick up another driver or two. Looks like Joshua Jones did try the outside line, did not quite work. Looks like the 90's making moves. He's going to try the outside line now as well. See if Jones is going to leave him in the dust and take the middle line back, so the 90's now going to start falling back like a stone with no room to squeeze back in.
And there is no opening for him until after the 12 of Frederick Hofstadter.
Looks like the 22 of Josh Stewart is starting to signal that he might want to try and go to the outside line and leave Barris alone. See if that's him actually doing that, or if he's just wiggling a bit.
Well, you know, when you're in these cars and you're pushing somebody that close, it's hard to see. So he could be trying to poke his head out too.
Yeah, alternatively, from what I've heard, there actually is a risk of these cars overheating from this. Oil and water temperatures.
Oh.
So he might be sticking
there
his
we go.
nose out. Whoa, Barris taking the inside line. That's a sudden change for him. He's been sitting in that middle line the entire race. Change of plans from Barris.
I wonder if he wanted to get together with Schultz or if he wanted to stop the run Schultz was getting.
Yes, I was thinking that maybe him and Schultz were trying to keep like the lead, both of them together, like one on one lane, one on the other, to stop everyone else. But it looks like nope, that's not going to be the case either. Now we have Nowemski pushing Josh Stewart on the middle to high line. There's only just 2 of them, and you can see the pace they get on those straight lines. But you watch that inside line just come back to life on these corners.
Now let's be getting a Windows update right now while we're doing this.
Oh, lovely.
Damn Windows 10, man, I can't stand it.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm absolutely loving that Frederick Hofstadter is still up here in 6th place. Like, most of the time he doesn't have good luck when it comes to these races, but he's been sitting up in pretty much the top 10 this whole time and just been perfectly fine.
Yeah, it might be a good run for him here tonight.
He's fallen back quite a bit though, so you may want to catch back up to Nowinski and keep this middle line alive. As that middle line is just 2 drivers versus the entire line on the inside line. Let's have a little bit of a look back, see what's going on. Looks like Felton and Mullis might have started to fall back a little bit. They may want to catch up and get back on this back of this pack again. Or perhaps they're trying to be a pick for Major and Peck. I think it just slowed down a little too much.
Yeah, we know Felton in number 11, he will start in the back sometimes on these super speedways and try to work his way up.
Yeah, I will say also as well, like right at the back, you got the Sonia, Camara, and Ron Holford working together. Looks like they got a little 3-car pack working together for the race, so we'll see how long that lasts. Maybe that's going to be a long-term tragedy for them. Maybe it's just an act of desperation.
They probably figure, you know what I mean? It's the 3 of us back here, man. Get in line, let's go.
Yep.
Coming to lap 30 this time by, man. We'll see if any guys are going to start motioning to get down in the pits pretty soon.
And we've gone past my prediction for the big one. We're reaching up to Stevens at the moment. So far, there's no hint of it at all. Everyone's just being real respectful and knowing exactly what they're doing.
Robert Barris down on the inside, still got control of this race. Joshua Stewart, though, trying hard on the outside to get in front.
I think so far today, I'm going to have to give Nowemski the Pusher of the Year award because he's just been pushing everyone in front of him really, really well. He's pretty much just given that line life since the entire time. And now he's decided, nope, my turn.
Thanks.
Just as Stewart decides, you know what? If you're going to leave me alone, I'm going to take the inside line.
Yeah, Stewart got out there, got at that lap lead, and he was able to get in front of Barris and takes that spot.
I think you might have started to see the backstab coming, and he's like, nope, inside line for me.
Now look at Joshua Jones pushing Adam Nowinski, trying to get him up to the front.
And Jones has actually moved quite a bit forward in the race so far. He actually started in 11th, and now here he is pretty much in 4th, trying to fight for 1st and 2nd.
And a bunch of these guys didn't even take a time.
Oh yeah, as you can see, it pretty much almost doesn't matter at all. With this big draft, and it looks like Jones might decide to leave Nowinski behind, but I think the 13 is not interested in that. Yep, the 13 is going to stay in the middle line and leave Jones out into the dust. Fortunately, that essentially right there has pretty much killed the middle line so far. I think Barris is going to try and bring it back alive with Nowemski again.
And Joshua Jones is going to tuck it in behind the 83 of McBride. Or no, that's the 12 of Hofstadter.
Yep.
It's the problem, man. You get left out up there and there's no opening. You are toast.
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, it's not a gigantically massive pack on the middle line right now, so he's not going to get totally annihilated. But I've seen guys in like 30-man packs. You stick your nose out, no one gives you room, and you just fall all the way to the back, all 29 cars.
Look, here comes Barris and Nowinski now. Barris going to drop it back down in the inside.
Oh, that was close. Still almost gave Barris a bit of a bad shot. He still did touch him there, but it could have been a lot worse. Good driving from both of them. And once again, Nowinski is left alone on that middle line. Just keeps using him and leaving him.
You just can't get up far enough in front to jump down in front.
Yeah, he's been pushing everyone. Like every single guy's got to the lead, I'm pretty sure has had Nowinski pushing him there. Maybe he's playing the trust game. Make everyone trust him in the last lap. Mine.
Look at that. The 22 is tucked underneath.
Oh, yeah, he's just hanging right up there. Looks like the 90. Whoa, the 90 with a almost scary move. Sticking it behind the 13. That leaves essentially 3 cars on the inside line and technically 4 cars on the outside. However, Spadler's catching up, so we'll make it 4 and 4 again. And look at that middle line go. The 28, almost in the lead, almost about to clear Barris himself. He might be able to get the lead for the first time in this race.
Yeah, after all that pushing, get up there and get it scored.
I love the difference between these lines. It's pay now or pay later. You either get the inside line and win the corners, or you get the middle or high line and win the straights. And yeah, it looks like Adam Nowinski's going to be the first time leading this race. It's going to feel good. 3 point there.
Yep, get a bonus point. Help you out in the points here. Sometimes the points are close, too, at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, somebody up in the wall. Who was that up there? Oh, Rodney Kramer. Hard hit to the wall.
I think he might have done some damage to the car or something. I think actually, no, it looks like he was checking up a lot. Oh, he had to really check up from the 94 there. I think he was just a lot faster than him, and all of a sudden that almost went really bad. Well, it looks like Nowinski is trying to get in front of Barris, which is not enough, and the 13 almost left Nowinski alone.
Yeah, I thought he was going to take a run on the outside.
It looks like that dropped all Nowinski's pace there. Looks like he's going to be back alongside Barris again, but the inside line will be stronger on the corner.
I'm not going to see any hands out the windows motioning to go on in.
I'll be listening on their comms to see if we can hear anyone call in their pits. Right, we're almost at halfway here. Got a couple more laps to go for that.
Yeah, going to get closer to what I say, lap 64.
Yeah. We've gotten to Steven's guess. Unfortunately, both me and Steven have been wrong so far, unless it happens right now.
I don't know. Mine was pretty close. We almost had that one car on the wall.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, I thought he was going to come down in front of everybody.
Here's my thought, right, when it comes to the pit strategy. I think it's not going to be good to pit early, I think. Because even if you do pit in with your teammate, it's only 2 cars, and the draft power is nothing like these 10 cars racing together.
Yeah, you're going to need 5, 6, or 8 cars coming in at once.
Yeah, to try and match this front pack. I think it's going to be essentially whoever just stay out as long as you can, pit last. Or pit near the last, at least. Try and get out with a big group on the way out.
Well, we did have our first pit stop, Rodney Kramer into pit road.
Yeah, I think he's had some damage from that crash. Besides, now's probably the best time for him. And Nowinski's going to take the lead for this lap as well. He's in that middle line, really doing well.
Yeah, just, I don't know if he can drop it down in front or if he's just choosing not to jump down in front. Looks like he may be sticking with the 13 of Cody Franklin. It's tough when you're on the outside. You want to get down in the pits, and you know, when you're up in the front like that, packed in, you can't just you know, say, "Hey, excuse me, I need to get in the pits." So you got to make a decision now. Do you start dropping back, look for an opening to get in, or ride it out?
I think I heard one of the drivers ask if they're going to go in at the moment, and no one's responded. But they might be people thinking about going in soon.
Yeah, I'm sure they got to be looking at a fuel window here.
There are a few smaller packs that may decide to go in just because they're not getting the draft anyway. For instance, you've got Desaulniers, Camara, and Holyfield running together. They may pit early. There's a secondary pack behind the leaders, which is Mark Majors, David Moir, Art Peck, and Caleb Thompson. They may decide to go in as well. Same with Aaron Corey and Kenneth Saget.
Yeah, you see Kurt Sager was just in there with a 42.2 is what it was showing on him.
Oh, I'm hearing more. I think Josh Stewart may be pitting soon too. I'm hearing some calls in chat. I think they're saying next time perhaps, so we'll see if that's actually true. Or maybe it's a little bit of mind games going on.
Try to get some people to go in. Clear.
Well, he is in a position to be able to do it, whereas the outside line just can't do anything. Okay, yep, I think Robert Barish just called pit this time.
We're going to watch and see how many cars come in with him. Obviously, he's going to be taking a bunch of different lanes in. Let's see if anybody's going to get the John Deere Motor Grass Award.
Yeah, I guess I love hearing, like, you know, the chat essentially being quiet, and then all of a sudden everyone calling pitting, just like a rapid machine gun fire. Everyone's like, everyone's typing in chat, everyone's talking it with voice. Oh, I'm pitting.
There we go.
Everyone together. Yep, here we go. Yeah, it looks like pretty much everyone's gonna. Oh, no, not everyone. Big group have done it. Oh, Stewart might have been a bit too fast in the pit there. He might have got to slow down. I'm not seeing anyone go in and sideways, so that's a victory.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. Come on, I can't get to the there we go.
And looks like the rest of the pack are all calling in their pitting as well. So I think we're going to see pretty much the entire field pit in this these next lap or two. And Barris misses stall. Oh, he hits a reverse up again.
And it looked like I think who is that back there? That's not Spider. Who's
Schultz
in front of
as
Seth
well.
Schultz?
Both Seth Schultz and Barris both had just horrific pits, and it looks like Schultz is still having issues. He's still not right up. Oh man, that's just horrific for both him and Barris. Barris is going to come out near the front of this pack, not too bad, but Schultz is going to be left behind. Almost no drafting at all.
Yeah, he's just getting out now. He's going to have, I believe that's the 7 of Ron Holyfield behind him.
Yep, and the 93 of DeSonia ahead of him.
Wow.
And just to let you guys know, DeSonia was in 22nd on that pit-in, so that's how much time Seth just lost. He was just at the wrong angle. He kept trying to reverse and go forward and reverse and go forward. Just could not get it to work.
And watching right now, the 2 of Mike Major being shown your leader with the 36 of Art Peck and the 4 of Caleb Thompson.
Yeah, Art Peck and Major definitely working together. We'll see if they're going to pit this lap or if they're going to try and get a few more laps in.
35 of Jason Mullis. Those 4 right now, 1 through 4, here they come. They're all going to come down together too.
Yep. They've all called it. Everyone's going in together. We'll see if anyone misses their stall.
Oh, 35 going around.
Oh, no. 35. I think, did he hit a wall there?
No, I think he just spun. I think he just braked a little bit too hard there. Let me see if I can back up. We'll see what he did here.
Just looked at the brakes there, unfortunately.
Camera angles suck. Oh, yeah, he made a little bit of contact with the wall, but it doesn't look like it really hurt him all that much.
Yep. And we've already got a new pack forming straight away. And it's, yeah, you can see all the mess beginning as all the slow cars trying to get back up the pace and the fast cars going past them. It's already the chaos is beginning.
Let's see now. Art Peck just getting out of the pits. And Adam Nowinski and Joshua Stewart leading that pack coming up. Stewart's going to get in front with Speidel.
Yeah, the fighting has already begun. You got Speidel pushing, looks like Stewart ahead. And they're both going to slot ahead of the 28 and the 76 of Nowinski and Joshua Jones. So
here's Art Peck, Caleb Thompson, and Mike Major on the inside just coming out of the pits. See if they're able to hold on to that lead. That's a pretty big pack.
If they can keep their pace up to this next corner and stay the inside line, they actually might take the lead. They were back in 20th. And by pitting a lap later, they're actually now in the lead pack. If they can just get their pace going and get these guys ahead of them and drag them along.
Yeah, they're going to lose a couple of spots, but they're going to be up here in a good position right now.
That's a big win for them. That's essentially like 10 places gained just from one pit stop.
Yep.
And yeah, they're going to get drafting help from this too. So yeah, they will definitely stay in this front pack. That is a massive win.
Look at that. Art Peck, where did he start? He started all the way back 18th. Caleb Thompson started 20th, and Mike Major started 18th. I'm sorry, Art Peck's 18th or 16th. I can't see. My eyes are bad.
Yeah. But they were back in the 20s, essentially, that entire race, just sitting together. And with that one pit stop, hitting one lap later than everybody else, they are now in the lead pack in essentially 10th. That is just beautiful. And our current leader is going to be Josh Stewart, followed behind by Brad Speidel and then Adam Nowinski, Joshua Jones, Cody Franklin, Thomas McBride, Art Peck, Caleb Thompson, Mike Major, and 10th is Aaron Corey. Looks like a few guys have lost out pretty bad. Barris is now back in 13th, and I think I actually can't even find Schultz. He's 21st.
He's back in 21st with DeSonia. Is that DeSonia behind him? Yeah,
yes.
Patrick DeSonia.
Yes. That's a painful. There's one pit stop, and it's green flags. So you just lose so much. I actually like there's a bunch of small packs going around. I see a 3-car pack riding around. There's a 4-car pack going around. And there's that big monster pack at the start.
Yeah, I'm just looking right now.
They have not separated whatsoever.
Look at Aaron Corey up to 5th right now in that outside line, getting a big push by Bruce Pearson in the number 3, and the 30 of Iwatsuru right behind them.
Hey, look at the gains they're making. They were back in like 10th. Look at them just rushing.
Look at that. Aaron Corey to the lead.
That is amazing.
Bruce Pearson going to drop down too.
That's such a run there. Just flew past everyone like they weren't even moving.
And look at Nevin on the outside. With Robert Barris.
Nice little text chat. Shake and bake, Cal. Shake and bake.
Wow, that was a good run there for 44 of Aaron Corey getting all the way up front, man, and being scored your leader. Got 1 lap led, see if you can make it 2.
If we're pretty much being essentially the middle pack with no chance to all the way in the lead, it's just, I love these kind of races. And we're going 3 wide again, 75 is going to let Never Knew It Suru just fall back. So that's going to be Robert Barris back up here, actually.
Yeah, I wonder
so
what
Barris is now
happened.
back in the top 5.
Wonder what happened with it with Suru. He was doing really good there with him. I don't know if he just got a little bit wide and the hole closed up.
Yeah, Burris slid underneath him pretty quickly there. He saw a shot and he took it.
Yeah, Barris decided, I'm not going to be part of you, and just left him behind.
Yeah, he wants to get back up front. Let's go back a little bit.
He's doing a good job. He's already up here.
Mike Major is at the tail end of that. Let's go back to the 12 of Hofstetter. He's being pushed by Douglas Hess. And then right behind them are David Moyer and then somebody, Kenneth Sager. Oh, no, they're blinking out. Never mind. Go back to Adam Matz, Jason Mullis. And who's at the 40? Of Kirk Sager. A couple laps down, but he is out there trying to push.
Yep. Fortunately, Seth Schultz and Patrick Dessoni are some of the last cars on the lead lap. There's one car behind, which is Rodney Kramer, but he's all on his own, so he's probably going to get lapped real quick. But it's a shame for Schultz, just so many positions lost and just pretty much his entire race gone short of a caution hitting.
Yeah, these guys up in the front don't want to see a caution, but if you're the guys way in the back, you know that's what you're kind of hoping for. And Ron Hollyfield is by himself all the way back in 25th. He was the third car in that pack there with Schultz, but the third car is a tough place to be, man. It's so hard to stay with them.
If they've got real good pace and you just make one mistake, you could just find yourself gone in seconds. One lap you're behind, next lap you're out of the draft range and they're leaving you, just waving goodbye.
Well, guys, even though Robert Burris had that terrible pit stop, he got that last lap led, so he's back up front. And we go spinning. Coming back on
and that's it.
No, but no caution. Corey's got it moving. He's not going to cause a caution at all.
Let's go back.
We're still green.
Let's watch and see. I thought he was going to take out half the field when he came back on the track. I don't think he grabbed anybody.
I think he had a light tap with someone, but no issues, really. Everyone's managed to save it and keep going.
Yeah, just very light. That was lucky. You see the way he squeezed through there? Look at that weight.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. It was like,
pants in the house, but nothing
wow, you couldn't have threaded any better than that, man.
There'll be a few brown pants in the house, but I think pretty much beyond that, everyone's good.
Yeah, Bruce Pearson got to lead a lap that time.
That's going to be an absolute victory for him for sure.
He had a rough season last season, so maybe this season's going a little bit better for him.
You see Kramer's now being lapped by the pack, unfortunately. He was one of the guys leading at the start, but unfortunately just a series of bad events, and suddenly you're being lapped by the leaders.
Yeah, that contact with the wall really hurt him.
Yeah, it's just one thing after another, man. It never stops. I see the 83 of McBride now pushing Barris into the lead again. McBride once again showing he's really good as a push guy.
Let's do some roof cam shots here.
Interestingly, Jay Felton was back in 21st. He was in that secondary pack before the pit stop. And like Art Peck and Mike Major, here he is up the front.
Yeah, up in 6th on the outside line, man, looking for a
Jones
spot.
is trying the outside line again. Jones is really trying the outside line. He's got the 13 of Franklin behind him. We're going to try it again. I think they've tried this multiple times now. It just never seems to work. But, hey, perseverance, man.
Look, he's getting a run. See him going by the 11 of Felton right now, catching up to the 83 of McBride.
Yeah, that outside line does
3 wide.
Really, really well. Does really well on the straight, but the moment you hit a corner, you just watch him fall back like a stone. When I say that, and apparently he's managing to hold against the middle line, so of course, that's just required.
Yeah, they're holding on pretty good right now.
Yep.
Who is that? The 28 just got up there with him too, Adam Nowinski. So you got 4 cars in that outside line. Oh, never mind. The 30's dropping down.
That really inside line is really squiggly, which is losing him a lot of pace. Stewart was not able to really keep it straight there. Wasn't able to give the 3 of Bruce Pearson any real shunt there at all.
And look at that, 3 wide, 2 deep, and 2 wide in front and 2 wide behind.
I think Bruce Pearson is just going to get the lead on that lap, so he's going to get score for like about 3 laps in the lead so far. I'd be loving life if I was him right now.
We're coming to lap 25 this time by. Take a quick look at the summary. You wouldn't even believe how many lead changes we've had so far. 26 lead changes.
And the funny thing is, that's exactly 1 lead change every 2 laps. We've had 52 laps. That's just so perfect. 1 every 2nd lap.
That's crazy.
I think Bruce Pearson is almost pretty much been left on his own almost now. His drafting partner is so far back. And you got Joshua Jones now fighting up for the actual lead next to Barris on the outside. I didn't think that outside line was going to be able to pull it off, but they're right up there. He almost got score for the lead there. Barris unfortunately got the lead on him. Ooh, that inside line, Josh Stewart getting really wiggly in there. You don't want to make a mistake because otherwise he's going to take out most of the pack. And they went 4 wide for a moment with Ron Holyfield going past. It's a scary moment for all involved.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to try and grab onto there, at least stay with that pack. I don't see any damage on his car, so I'm not really sure how he got that far back. I know the 3rd car back out of the 3 is always the one that kind of gets shuffled off, and he was.
Yeah, once you're on your own in this track, man, you've got no hope.
Yeah, and it takes all the fun out of it too.
Oh yeah.
But look at we still got Pearson up there, Barris, and then up on the outside, McBride.
Yeah, McBride left Barris on the inside, on the middle line, went to the outside for himself. So for a moment there, Barris was going to lose out, but unfortunately Barris is now being shoved by Felton. He's now back in there. I think McBride may be losing out here. You know, that inside line with Stewart and Pearson. Stewart had to stick his nose out there. I think Stewart's car is starting to overheat, and you see him, he stuck his nose under the inside there to try and get some air.
Look how close they are in that middle lane.
And that outside lane is just given up. Jones has gone to the middle lane. McBride's on his own. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to start getting shuffled back a lot.
Yeah, he's going to have to either drop in front of the 28. Probably ain't going to happen right now. He's going to have to jump in behind him and hope to grab on.
It looks like Jones again on the outside line with the 13 behind him. Cody Franklin. They've been working together since the start, and they're definitely trying it.
Yeah.
Over and over. Outside line. They keep giving it a go. Oh, and almost door-to-door with Barris and the 3 of Bruce Pearson on the inside there. Man, this is just beautiful. Look at this. And Felton is doing a real good job of being the secondary car there. He's pretty much just been right off Barris's bumper for most of that lap. Just right there.
AJ Felton working that wheel inside.
He's going to give Barris the lead with that really good shunt.
See if he can manage to get in front of the 3 and drop down with him, but I don't see it happening right now.
And we've seen with Barris. Barris doesn't even seem interested in going to that bottom lane. He seems to be really happy in the middle here.
Couple lap cars in front, one going down underneath the yellow line, so another one going into 3.
And unfortunately, the next lap car is after that guy. It's going to be Patrick Gastonia and Seth Schultz. I got to say, this pack is catching him. Like, the difference in speed, they're doing, kilometers, unfortunately. They're doing 310 kilometers. They're doing 300. They're 10 kilometers slower, so about, 3-4 mile. It's just a massive.
These guys have no intentions on slowing down either.
Oh, yeah.
See the 30 just now making it 3 wide up on the outside. Wants to be that lead car in the very top lane.
Never managed to get back up. Never remember he got pretty much screwed earlier on and got left outside by Pearson. He's back up in the top 5.
Yeah, he jumped back in that hole again. Looked like he went up on the outside. I don't know if he was going to try to plan to make a run with those guys, but they all went back too wide now.
Interesting, the outside line with Joshua Jones and Cody Franklin, not only did they lose that position up the very front, they got shunted all the way back to 10th.
Yeah. And it happens just that quick.
Oh, yeah. One lap, you decide you're going to go out there and just lose it. And I gotta say, Felton's doing a really good job of pushing Barris. He's been real clean about it. There's seen almost no wiggle on the outside of his car at all, just giving Barris pretty much clean, clear shunts. It's beautiful. I'm just kind of mesmerized at the moment. This is just a really damn good race. We're almost at lap 60. We've only got 17 laps to go. And it's been fully green the entire time. Only one real incident was Aaron Corey. From what I can see about Aaron Corey, apparently he says his car is killed. So that's going to be Corey out, I believe.
Oh, a little bit of contact there with the 30.
And once again, like it's amazing how quickly that run happens, where Joshua Jones and Cody Franklin just suddenly just take off like a rocket ship, get to the outside lane, and pretty much back in front again. I'm willing to bet in about 5 laps they're going to be falling back to like 10th again. It's just amazing the run they can get. And yeah, Jones actually is technically in the lead right now. Oh, he's trying to get in front of Barris, but he does not quite make it. He almost would have taken the lead entirely there.
And then look at the 3, Bruce Pearson, that inside line. Man, they get a really good run coming out of the turn.
Oh yeah, in the corners, that inside line is king. But the moment they get to that straight line, as long as the outside lanes have got a good pusher, they can just get straight back in front again. You have to see if Franklin and Jones have anything to try and keep the outside line alive, but at the moment that midline seems to be the strongest. But while I say that, the inside line is definitely not giving up. They are still fighting back.
A little bit of shuffling going on here. There's Schultz going by the start line, and here comes the leader pack.
Yep, unfortunately the outside line again has started to die. You can see them starting to drop back rather rapidly. It's amazing the run they get, but it just never seems to translate into being in the lead. But yeah, looks like they're trying to make some amazing lunge. If they can pull it off and get Jones into the lead, that is going to be an absolutely amazing coup.
Yeah, and when you're up in that outside line as the driver, man, you're holding on that wheel so tight. You're like every ounce of your body is trying to push you in front of them, and then when you start dropping off, man, it's such a disappointment.
Yeah, you've done everything you can. The guy behind you is doing the best he can, just a little bit closer, and they would have had it.
You just see all your hopes going down, and you're like, oh man, the laps are winding down. I got to get up there. And it's the outside line is better than it used to be, but man, it's still tough.
Oh yeah, you need enough cars on the inside line to give up.
And you got to get guys that can hold a steady line. Once you see somebody kind of break off just a little bit, man, just that little break off is enough to open it up like a parachute. And look, they are closing in on the 2 cars there. Who is that? Seth Schultz and DeSaulnier?
Patrick DeSaulnier, yeah.
They are trying everything they can to stay in front of them.
Yeah, but you can see the difference. I don't know what it is in miles, but in kilometers, that's 12. It's ridiculous how much slower it is. Yeah,
DeSaulnier's running 187, and Pearson and them are running 201, 202.
It's just amazing. That's what I was saying before. You don't want to try and do a duo on your own, and this is just not going to work. You got to be in the big boy pack.
Looking back from the 93 of Patrick DeSaulnier in 21st, and there is the leaders right behind them. So that's what we're looking at here.
Inside line suddenly starting to fight back really well. It's like both Stewart and Pearson decided to get things flowing perfectly, and they're actually defending really well. Normally that middle line gets flying past them on the straights, but they were able to keep ahead on the straight, and now they're going to go flying past on the corner. So they've got their stuff in order. They've got their ducks in a row. They're perfect here.
All right, now what is going to go on here? It looks like Schultz and them are going up. Yeah, they're going to take the way outside line and probably try to jump in behind them and maybe grab onto that draft and hope for a late caution early enough to get one of them back on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. One mistake, and look how far back it's cost him.
Yeah. I mean, no, dude, that pit stop killed him.
Oh yeah. It's worse because like in a real life thing, they'd be like, just move the pit crew just slightly, like half a meter to the left. That's all it is. But the game is going to be so fiddly about that.
And it's hard because once you're off, you know what I mean? You get frustrated, you try slamming it, and it just puts you off even more.
Yep, and this isn't one of those tracks where you can just leave the pits and come back in. It's going to cost you so much time to try and do that. Just look at that run in that middle line for the front guys. On the straights, they just take off like a rocket ship. I was about to say the inside line was doing really well, but then I think Jay Felt just woke up and just gave Barris one hell of a push.
Yeah. And look at, looks like Schultz and DeSonia are able to catch that draft and maybe stay with this pack. And then we have two more cars up in front.
Yep, Kirk Saget and Kenneth Saget. Looks like, I don't know if they've got to be related, right? They got to be, but I made a mistake before.
Yeah, the other night we were wrong.
Now Kurt is actually, it looks like he's going to get off the track. He might be going to go in the pits to get out of the way.
And look at,
Pearson
man,
with a convincing lead to this lap.
3 wide in this front pack.
Again? Yep, they are indeed 3 wide again. McBride and looks like Franklin again. Franklin trying to get that outside line running again. Looks like Jones can't get out there to try and join in, but they're trying the outside line again.
Gonna be 10 laps to go this time by. Pressure is on.
I gotta say, it looks like Josh Stewart's done a really good job of keeping that lower line alive with Bruce Pearson, and Felton's done an amazing job pushing Barris. Ah, what was I saying?
Say that again.
Barris, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Definitely good racing going on right up here in this front pack.
Oh yeah. I don't know, but I get the feeling that Joshua Jones is planning something. It's just what the position he's in and where he's at and how much room he's got. I just feel the scheming in there right now. I feel like there's some evil plan he's got planned to try and get some positions.
And look, you got Joshua Stewart down on the inside line in that 22. He is the current season champion.
What?
Guys,
There's
we're going
a plan.
4 wide. We're going 4 wide.
Wow.
Jones trying to sneak it right in there for the 4 wide. This is not going to work. Yeah. I don't think Jones knew that Nevin was going to go to the outside there. He was just trying to sneak it between and try and steal that position away, but that was just not going to work. I told you he was planning something, though. I called it for once. Give me a medal.
Attaboy.
Give me a medal.
Yeah, give me an attaboy.
Oh man, that went wild quick. We're getting to we're less than 10 laps left to go, so this is the pointy end, man. This is where all the crazy stuff begins.
And Barris got scored your leader that time by. He was able to get out in front of the 3 and get across the line. So Barris technically your leader right now. Look at that outside line.
Yeah, once again, they've got a really good run, but we see once again, they're probably not going to be enough, but they're going to give it a try. That's like Barris and Felton actually got clear of the inside line now, too, so that middle line is really showing its power. Almost to the point that Jones almost got past them as well. Oh, hello.
Little bit
Is Felton looking to go a little wide? Nope, Felton's going to stay behind.
Yeah, I think Felton got just a little bit of a push there, kind of drifted up, and then wanted to get back in.
I was hoping Felton's going to be a little sneaky and leave Barris behind. And we have a lap car on the outside. Oh, trying to squeeze 3 wide into 4 wide.
Yeah, they do a good job.
Oh yeah, they keep themselves alive, no incidents. Some guys did lose pace, unfortunately. Nevin's just driving his own race, I guess, just out in the open. We have Jones going past again. He's going to try and push his way back to the front.
Yeah, Pearson was scored your leader that last time. We'll see if he can get by the line one more time. Robert Barris trying really hard to get back up front.
And Felton's giving one of his great shunts again. He's going to get Felton. Look at that. He's going to get Barris right up front again.
Wow, these guys are getting really close here.
Just really good pushes from Felton there.
That was super close. Barris does get scored that time.
I don't want to jinx it, but I think Pearson might actually have a good chance of winning this race if we can keep this up.
He just needs to be in front. Hope these guys try something funky behind him.
And Jones is going to try the outside line again with a 30 of Iwatsuru behind him. But it looks like Iwatsuru was not going to give him the shunt. That would have been an amazing push for the outside line. But unfortunately, I think they're going to start getting left behind again. Just did not get the push he needed.
Yeah, I think he backed off because they were coming into the turn. I don't think he really wanted to be that one.
Mate, this is the pointy end of the race. This is when you be that one. They said they are holding out the outside line. They haven't given up yet. And actually, the outside line now has 3 cars together. If they can get this pace going, they might actually have a chance to fight for the leader here. Getting a little low too. They're starting to squeeze up. This is everyone's fighting for it all now.
Yeah, if you notice right now, there is no give. It's all take right now. It'll be 5 to go this time by. It's all take.
Outside line is starting to really move.
See the
Jones was almost able to get in front of Barris.
So the 13 jump off of that inside line to the middle. He's kind of sitting in the middle, wondering which way he's going to go.
Felton again with another good shunt for Barris. The outside line is managing to hold out a little bit. I think they're starting to lose pace.
And you see they've been 3 wide for a long time here, man.
4 laps to go. Oh, baby. It looks like at the moment that Barris is the one in the commanding position, but, I mean, with 4 laps to go, someone might decide to pull a dirty. Felton may decide it's his race, not Barris's.
Yeah, but where does he go? Does he go to the outside and take a chance of falling back? You know what I mean? He's got a tough choice to make right there. Or does he ride it out and...
Look at that run from Jones. Whoa! Again, the outside line. He gets really good charges, but just look at them just suddenly peter out and die.
And look at Stewart and Pearson, man. They really broke away on that one.
Yep, looks like Pearson's going to be counted as your leader this lap.
And Speidel right behind them, too, on the inside line. And who's that? The 83 of Thomas McBride.
Yeah, the 83 McBride was actually the 3rd car on the outside line, but he's gone all the way to the inside. And we have a yellow flag.
Yellow is out. Wow.
Frederick Hofstetter and Douglas Hesch.
Wow. I hope that doesn't end it.
72 laps. That might end it.
Let's go back and take a look and see what happened here, man.
What the? That's... Oh. What? Huh? Very confused. Cars are vanishing during that.
Watching the 12 of Frederick Hofstetter. He's got the 90 behind him. Coming in. Oh, he got turned. He got turned into the... Who is that?
I believe they are calling it that Bruce Pearson is actually going to win the race due to the yellow flag. So that's going to be Bruce Pearson's first win.
He got turned into Adam Matz, and the 3 of them, man, got destroyed.
Once it starts, it never stops.
So what they say? They're thinking that's it?
That's going to be it, I believe, which means Bruce Pearson is going to be his first win.
Where did Bruce Pearson start? He started 9th, not too bad.
It's a good fight forward. Once he got to the front there, he was able to hold it with Josh Stewart just pushing him. And Stewart's going to get 3rd for that too, so he doesn't come home empty-handed for his work.
Yeah, he started 13th. He got 10 spots. Robert Barris started on the pole. Looks like he'll finish 2nd. And then Joshua Jones started 11th. He's up here in 4th. Jay Felton started 21st, and he's going to be in 5th. Speidel started 4th. He's back in 6th. Iwatsuru started 15th. He's in 7th. Adam Nowinski started 8th, and that's where he's sitting. Thomas McBride started 2nd. He's drifted back to 9th. And Cody Franklin started 10th, and he's sitting 10th.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that it happened because with 3 laps to go, I'm willing to bet Jones and Franklin would have had something stored up for this because they were showing some really aggressive and good pace.
I'm just waiting to see if they're going to get a 1-lap shootout here, man. It's a long way around.
I believe so, due to the lucky dog. Lucky dog's going to be this lap and the next lap. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have one, unfortunately.
All right, I'm going to go to continuous, and we'll be right back.
Diehard Racing League fans, wanted to thank you for tuning in to today's race. My name is Justin Jones with the American Hero Hunt. We are proud to sponsor another season and look forward to more. Head on over to Facebook and look up the American Hero Hunt. Give us a like, share, and keep up with everything we have going on. The American Hero Hunt is an all-expense paid hunt for 2 veterans. One hunts whitetail and the other hunts waterfowl. We have a strong passion to give back to our military veterans, and we hope we can continue to do that. We are fully funded by donations, so we ask, if you are able, to please consider donating. Thank you again. Enjoy the race. God bless America and our men and women overseas and the ones who have come back home.
All right, we are back. And, man, I'll tell you what, one caution after all of this racing. Unfortunately, too close to the end, so never got a chance to go back green. But, man, dude, that was some crazy racing going on here. 4 wide, 3 wide, for the last 20 laps?
Most of the race, to be honest, there was always a 3 wide going on somewhere. It was just... And people are having different strategies as well, like Art Peck and Major just sitting at the back and waiting for their time. But unfortunately, it didn't quite happen. And Jones just always attacking the outside. Like, man, the runs they were getting, they would have been an amazing green flag finish if they had gotten to that. But hey, Bruce Pearson's going to love it. This is literally his first win with these guys entirely. All these, he's not a rookie driver. All the seasons he's had with them, they all come first apparently. So that's going to be a glorious win for him.
And look at that, 11 laps led, it'll be 12 laps led for him, 36 lead changes.
Yeah, it's almost 1 every second lap. That's just amazing.
I mean, I've seen a lot of lead changes. I don't think I've ever seen 36 lead changes, man. That's a lot.
Oh yeah, and Beerus was making like an absolute commanding race there, but just Pearson managing to hold the inside line and getting the lead when it mattered, and holding it for so long too.
All right, so there is your winner. Bruce Pearson going to take the checkered flag here. Started 9th. He'll have 12 laps led, and he'll take home the win. So congratulations to Bruce, man. Good run. Definitely a good run. Robert Barris and Josh Stewart. And Josh Stewart, that number 22, he is the current champion. Oh, look at them. They're giving him the Malachi crunch over there.
Yeah, they always do it. Give you a slight tap for the win. I'm waiting for the time that someone does that and just takes out the leader by accident.
That's what I'm waiting for, because we are on the car. We're trying to save it for a nice picture here.
Crunch.
Yeah, the Malachi crunch. And only people that would know that is people that are old enough.
I'm glad I didn't recognize it then.
Yeah. And here's the 76 of Josh Jones coming to congratulate the winner. Give a little bump. What a great race tonight, man. All right, we're going to get to some driver interviews here in a minute. We're just giving these guys a minute to talk it out and get it settled out. So you got Bruce Pearson, started 9th, got 12 laps led. He does take home the win here tonight. Great racing back and forth up in the front, 3 wide, man, the whole time just about for that end. So we are going to try to get with Josh Stewart first, and we'll get a word in with Joshua Stewart. All right, Mr. Joshua Stewart, do you got a copy? Hey, man, great run, dude. You started 13th. You'll take home 3rd here tonight. Man, you guys are 3 and 4 wide. Seemed like forever. How'd it feel from your seat, bro?
Too rough of a movement at the beginning. Just try and be around at the end, really.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Really surprised. Only 1 caution. Unfortunately, it came out late. It would have been nice to see this come green. It seemed like there was a couple of guys with you in that pack, looking like they were starting to make their plans. You know what I mean, for that last lap pass. I think it would have really been interesting to see. You know, unfortunately, that caution came out just a little bit late. 36 lead changes, man. That is a crazy amount. How was the car feeling out there for you? Did it change any over the time? You know, we saw the sun start dimming down a little bit.
Yeah, it wanted to slip up after about 20 or so laps on the tire. It wanted to push up against the middle lane, and we started running a little bit on the outside lane, and it looked like it was fixing to take off, but just didn't have no time to make anything work. I think that caution really saved everyone on the top 5 there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Watching you guys doing 3 wide at 1.4 wide, gee, how to be the last 20 laps here, man, was just incredible to watch. You know, you always wonder when the big one's going to come out, and fortunately for you guys, it never did. It's just too bad it came out, you know, that caution came out as late as it did. But got to be feeling pretty good. You got the championship from last season under your belt right now. You're in a good spot so far. Starting off this series, so you know, maybe looking forward to a back-to-back championship, man, when we get finally down to the end here.
Yeah, wasn't expecting a real good finish here at Talladega, but we'll take 3rd place for sure.
Awesome, man. All right, listen, before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, Diehard Racing League, American Hero Hunt for sponsoring the series, and all you guys up in the booth. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Congratulations, dude, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week and see what you got, buddy.
Yes, sir. See y'all.
All right. All right, that was Josh Stewart. He is your current champion right now in the number 22. Let's go to Robert Barris, and you want to take him wingy or no?
He's mine, man.
All righty.
All righty, Robert Barris, brother, you get a copy?
Well, I got you.
Oh, mate, I gotta say, you were pretty much in command of this race from start to finish. It's a bit of a shame about that yellow flag, because I think you might have gotten the lead there.
Yeah, pretty much the whole race was more important about, I think, who you had behind you and how well they managed their temperatures and their distance to you. And it was just kind of the timing of when Jay kind of fell off me, we lost some car lengths there, and we had a good head of steam. I think we're probably going to get back in front of Bruce there by turn 3, but yeah, the caution just came out, and yeah, just kind of ended the race. So good job to him, just to be in that position. I mean, that's really all you can ask for in these kind of races is come out of here with a clean car and a good finish.
Oh yeah, you were favoring that middle line the entire race, and you definitely have some good pushes behind you. Were you sitting that line to play defensive, or was it just like the fastest part of the track you felt?
I felt like it was the fastest overall. The bottom lane, especially kind of on the exit, you'd have to. It was hard to let the car float out. That middle lane could kind of pinch you down almost, and that would hurt your momentum. You could see some really big runs coming out of the turn 2 and turn 4 out of that middle lane. As long as you had a good pusher who was timing it well, it was all about again who was pushing you and the timing. And yeah, I kind of felt like that middle lane was the place to be. And in the last few races that at least that we've done here, it has been. So that really hasn't changed much.
It definitely seemed like it was the right place for you. I gotta say, were you expecting the green flag stop? Because it seemed like that had a little bit of an issue for you when you went in.
I was a little surprised just based off of the races that we've had lately of kind of haven't gone caution free. And the plate tracks we tend to be on top of each other, and you start to get some impatience or even just the car's moving around a little bit as the tires wear out. And it seemed like for whatever reason, the setup here was a little more stable than we've had in the past. And it was harder to get all the way closed up on somebody's bumper with a lot of momentum. So if you made contact, it was very gradual. It wasn't upsetting that lead car so much. And that's where I think a lot of the issues come from. The pit stops, it was just a matter of I locked them up, and the car slid. I knew the car slid a little bit to the left, but I didn't think it was that far over. We've, I think, had some inconsistencies from build to build about where the pit boxes are. So that kind of caught me by surprise, but I was kind of able to recover pretty quickly, and we got latched onto a group. Usually what happens is my pit entrances, I have a pretty big advantage over a lot of other guys at these plate tracks under braking into the pits. And so usually I end up kind of like out in front and by myself. So it's kind of nice to get out in the middle of the pack and be able to carve my way back up and get to the front. So that was good.
Oh, yeah, this was an amazing race. We went almost 70 laps. I said actually over 70 laps with no caution. I gotta say, were you expecting that at all here? This is a plate track, man. Like,
no, not at all. Especially with the racing that we saw up front. That was, for quite a while we were 3 wide, 3 or 4 rows deep, moving around, switching lanes, and different people cycling to the front, and so that was a lot of fun. Even I would have liked to have gotten that one more spot, but besides that, I think this was an excellent race. I think we saw a lot of different people take their turn up front. I'm glad I was up there for most of it. I think that kind of shows the speed that I have at these places, along with being able to get on the pole, and so hopefully we'll be able to take that through and when we go to Daytona, I think probably at the beginning of next season, we'll be able to carry that through.
Let's hope so, brother. Well, look, next week we've got Chicago. Bit of a different track there. You feeling confident? And is your health holding up for it? You feel good?
Yeah, we're doing real good. The last set of changes I made, my iRacing changes, I'm kind of trying to unwind everything from what I had going on. Seems to have really helped. One of the big things was just kind of getting my field of view reset back to where it needed to be. That's really helping me get the car placed where I need it, and my sense of speed, and especially positioning the car on the right side. I have eyesight issues with the right side. Chicagoland, I love. If you can really get turns 3 and the center into turn 4 nailed down, there's a bunch of speed to be had, and so trying to get that working better than everybody else is a fun challenge, and so hopefully we'll be able to get that happen.
Well, always were, mate. You got any shout-outs for us before you head off?
Yeah, iRacing, they put in a bunch of work to get us a new build this week with the day to night feature, and we could see that on the track as the cloud cover. We have dynamic sky now, so the cloud cover changes. We could see times where the clouds were covering the sun, and you'd see shade, and then you come back through, and the track would be light again. So that's a really neat feature. Really, I think changes the nature of the racing, since it also affects the track conditions, things like that. You guys at SR Broadcasting for bringing this out to all the viewers. We got to thank the Snack Cake guys for coming on board and on the car. Hopefully we got them some more good TV time, and also then finally American Hero Hunt helping us cover some of the expense for getting this broadcasted and hosting the sessions and our voice server and all that. So they help us. So be sure to go check them out on Facebook and help them do the things that they do.
Well, brother, you were up the front the entire race. You're pretty much in command from the start. Coming out second is a good win, and I hope to see you do just as well next week, brother.
Yeah, well, I know how Dale Earnhardt Jr. feels now. I'm in second places at late cautions, whatnot at Daytona. So hopefully we'll have better luck at Daytona next time we run there, and hopefully we'll be able to carry some good speed over to Chicagoland.
Well, go celebrate and commiserate, mate. It's been a good race for you.
Thank you.
All right, bro.
Right. That was Robert Barris, second place.
All right, let's get our winner in here, Mr. Bruce Pearson. All right, Mr. Bruce Pearson, do you got a copy? This is the SR booth.
Yes, I do.
Wow, dude, first of all, congratulations. That was a killer move, getting up to the front and hanging on to that lead, man. Back and forth, you, Robert Barris, a couple of guys trying to make a look on that third lane up on the top, man. Congratulations, though, buddy. You got it done. How you feeling about right now?
Well, thanks so much for that. But, the American Hero Hunt Series is, it's a great sponsor with the Diehard Racing League. There's some really tough guys, the ones that you just mentioned. But I don't know how to feel about this win until I go back and look. I think it was lap 49 or 50. I'm running in second place, I believe, behind Aaron Covey. We're going down the backstretch, coming into 3, and he just goes off to the left. So I don't know if I got into him. I didn't feel anything, but if I did, then for me it'll taint the win. But I have to go back and look at that. Maybe give me some insight on that.
Yeah,
just normal kind of thing. Slightest of touches in this, and it can also be netcode. You're all good.
Okay, well, good. That makes you feel better. But yeah, once I got out front, I wasn't going to leave that bottom line in practice. I think it was Hofstetter in a 21. He and I were put in a lot of laps up in the top lane, up against the wall. My car was really feeling good up there. But in these plate races, once I usually run down by the yellow line, and when I saw those guys trying to go 2 lanes up outside, and most times, they would come off 4. They'd have a good lead, but sometimes if I hung real tight, I could get back in front of them.
Yeah, we saw that very high lane. When they would enter the turns, they would lose a lot of momentum there. It was unfortunate that they couldn't really get it going as good. But probably those last 20 laps or so, you were up in the front with you guys. You guys were 3 wide almost every lap. One lap it would be you, one lap it would be Barris, another lap it was Josh, then another lap it was you getting across the line. It's unfortunate that caution came out when it did. I would have liked to have seen it end green because it definitely would have been a fight. And we saw some guys back there look like they were getting ready to make some moves, but it came out close enough where we couldn't even go back green. But man, I'll tell you what, that doesn't diminish the lead that you had and the win. You got 12 laps led. You started ninth, man. You kept your car pretty clean. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I do. I mean, when you look at the guys that I was able to just barely beat, I mean, Barris and the 2 Joshes there, and wow, I mean, I was stressed a little bit. Man, what's going to happen on this last lap? I didn't know what was going to happen, but I thought whatever's going to happen, it's going to be a heck of a show for you guys.
I gotta say, man, apparently that is your first win with DRL. That's just beautiful, man. Good win.
Thank you so much. It's nice to have you guys here. I mean, I've watched a lot of your broadcasts on the other leagues. I really enjoy your work, and it's kind of cool that I'm part of it now.
Yeah, this is great, man, and great paint job on the car too, man. That's really cool to put that thing up in victory lane. Next week, Chicago. Hopefully, you can bring this momentum with you to Chicago. I know last season you had a pretty good run, a little bit of bad luck here and there. Hopefully, this season now with this win breaks that ice and propels you forward, man.
Yeah, last year was last season, my first season with the league, and I was trying to stay out of people's way until I got to know everyone and not cause any problems. But this is a great league. The guys are respectful. Seth runs a tight ship, and I feel more comfortable running with these guys. So maybe I can bring that momentum forward. That'd be great if I could. Yeah,
it's time to make some noise, man. You're not a newbie anymore. So, Rocket, hey, you got the win. That counts, man. You get one of them under your belt, man. It's always a good feeling. What was it, 12 laps led with a 9th place start, taking it to victory lane, man. Congratulations. And before we let you get out of here, is anybody you want to shout out to, anybody watching you tonight?
Maybe I work at a high school. I'm head of security in the Columbine School District. Jeff Cole School's out here in Colorado, and we're trying to put together a STEM program with iRacing there, and a few of the kids, hopefully they're watching. So, hey, go Pirates.
Oh, that'd be really cool, man. I used to live over in Littleton, so yeah, not too far. That's awesome, bro.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, congratulations, man. We'll look for you next week, and tell those guys to tune on in. Let us know that they're here. Tell them to send us up a message. We'll give them a shout out.
10-4, will do. Thanks, guys.
All right. All right, that was your winner in the number 3, Bruce Pearson. Pretty cool run for him tonight, man.
Oh, and he's just burning off the last of his tires now.
I got him
He's
froze.
gonna be loving every moment of it. It's just amazing win for him.
Yeah, I got him froze over here.
Oh yeah, like he was, as he said, he was fighting against some of the really fast guys in the league. To be able to hold the inside line and get the win, that's. I could just imagine the good feeling he's feeling right now.
Yeah. I know he feels kind of bummed, thinking he spun somebody, but man, I didn't see anything intentional. I didn't see anything that looked, other than just racing. You know what I mean? You're at Talladega, yeah. It's gonna happen.
It's Tally.
You're in the throttle. That guy may check up just a pinch, or you might be right up there connecting with him, and he twitches a little bit on the wheel. I mean, anything can happen. But they did a good job, though, man. 75 laps, only 1 caution. We saw 3-4 wide for how many rows deep for how many laps. So they survived green flag pit stops and everything. So definitely a great race tonight. Next week we'll be here at Chicagoland. And should be another good race there at Chicago. These guys definitely put on good racing every week. Even last season, man, we've had so many green flag races, so many green flag runs. Seth does run a good ship here, man. And it's a pleasure to bring the broadcast to you. I am going to try, and once again, Wingnut, man, you're going to have to throw something at me, bro. I did not fix my results, man. I got to fix them. I know I say it every week, and then I get tied up with everything else, and I didn't fix it. But I'll put up the 20 at least.
No worries, mate. So yeah, first place win gonna be Bruce Pearson getting his first win in the league. Second place is gonna be Robert Barris. Then we got third is gonna be Josh Stewart, last season's champion. Then we have Joshua Jones in 4th, Jay Felton 5th, Brad Speidel sitting in 6th, Nevin Iwatsuri 7th, Adam Nowinski 8th, Thomas McBride 9th, and then Cody Franklin 10th.
And then you have Art Peck in 11th. Caleb Thompson finishes 12th. 13th is Mike Major. Jason Mullis will finish 14th. David Moyer will finish 15th. 16th is Adam Matz. 17th is Douglas Hess. 18th goes to Seth Schultz with a killer pit stop, man. He was up in the front, too. 19th, Patrick DeSaulnier. 20th is Kenneth Sager.
Then we got David. We got 21st, David Kamara. 22nd, Ron Hollifield. 23rd, Frederick Hofstetter. 24th, Rodney Kramer. 25th, Aaron Corey, and the 26th, Kurt Segert.
Awesome, bro. Thank you. All right, everybody. Mate. Let me. I want to just put one thing up real quick before we get off here. Give me 1 second to just grab it.
Diehard Racing League fans, wanted to thank you for tuning in to today's race. My name is Justin Jones with the American Hero Hunt. We are proud to sponsor another season and look forward to more. Head on over to Facebook and look up the American Hero Hunt. Give us a like, share, and keep up with everything we have going on. The American Hero Hunt is an all-expense paid hunt for 2 veterans. One hunts whitetail and the other hunts waterfowl. We have a strong passion to give back to our military veterans, and we hope we can continue to do that. We are fully funded by donations, so we ask if you are able to please consider donating. Thank you again. Enjoy the race. God bless America and our men and women overseas and the ones who have come back home.
All right, we just wanted to bring that to you. That is the American Hero Hunt. Go check them out on Facebook. They do some great stuff for the veterans. You heard what he said. Go take a look. Can't hurt you to take a look. Do some reading, do some looking, check out some of the pictures on there, and see if it's something you want to get involved with. And if you do, you know what to do. Just contact them, like you said, and help support the veterans, man. I think what they're doing is a great thing. I like it, and I'm proud to bring it to you and happy to bring it to you. So hope you all enjoyed tonight's race. Until next week at Chicagoland, stay safe, everybody. Steve, Wingnut, thanks for being here again as always, and we'll see you guys next week at Chicagoland.
Have a good one, lads.
Yep, everybody have a good night.